Although on such an occasion, sometimes people tend to get confused as to, I guess, the right posture to take when you are coming to tell a dear friend goodbye. Some say, you know, you would come in and be a very emotional outpouring of emotions for the things that you remember about them. Others, they take the perspective of you come in and real tribute. And because I know Johnifer as a friend, as a mentor, as a choir director, I can honestly stand before you today and say that Johnifer would choose the latter. He would want a jubilant celebration of life. Because if you really knew Johnifer, he was all about the positive. He was all about bringing out the best in people. He was all about sharing his gift. And that was the most amazing thing that I can think of about Johnifer as it relates to us, the College of Charleston reunion choir, that he so desperately wanted to get that together. And Johnifer, you always were the one that could pull it out in the end. So you got your wish, and we are all here celebrating the fact that we had an opportunity to be a part of your gift.
Amen.
Johnifer took many of us places that we only have seen on television. And we were there. I have pictures hanging off of the gate of Buckingham Palace because of Johnifer. I'm from Gadsden, South Carolina. Johnifer is from the metropolis of Monksville. And Michael, before I give you the mic and we begin to do this tribute, I just want to let you know that if Johnifer had one last thing to say, he would simply say, God's been good to me. Been so good to me. Than this whole world could ever be. He's been good to me. He tried tears away. Tied my So instead of crying all night long, instead of thinking about all those bad days, I'm really gonna miss you, my friend. He said, thank you, Lord. And y'all, he won't complain. Let's give it to radio on here. Now, while you clap, why don't you give God a hand clap of praise? Come on, why don't you clap your hands like the devil was with your hands? I dare you to clap them. And while you're clapping your hands, I dare you to just give God a praise in the atmosphere. Come on, tell him how much you love him, how much you appreciate him, how much you need him. Just look at somebody and say, he's faithful to me.
He's faithful to me.
When I'm not faithful to myself. Come on, that's even good to anybody in here.
Amen.
Listen, we spoke on behalf of the choir. I'm just going to speak on behalf of the musicians. I'm a protege of Johnifer Fashion. Those of y'all who know Johnifer know he took me up under his wing when I was about 15 years old. When my dad, Reverend Bernard Brown, would let me travel. I was still in high school. All I knew about life was I loved music at the time. And you know, Johnifer just had a way of teaching you how to do things. And because of his mentorship, he taught us how to conduct ourselves. And I can say this because I come from a black church, but sometimes we don't really know how to convey our message except for through our own culture. When we get around other cultures, we really don't know how to do it. But you can put Johnifer in a church full of Chinese people. They can be Chinese, they can be Hispanic. He don't even have to speak Spanish, but he knew how to get his message across. And that's something that was very, very valuable to me, because now God has allowed me opportunity every year to travel and do tours around Europe, and everything that I'm able to do, people don't know they're touched because of what he has instilled inside of me. And the last thing I want to say about Johnifer, y'all know he took care of us. We didn't need anything. He made sure we was all right. John goes about his business like anybody. He's about his business. But Johnifer, one fond memory I have is, if you know anything about Johnifer, he don't worry about nothing. It could be the worst scenario. I mean, you can have a flat tire in the middle of Timbuktu at 3 o'clock in the morning with no cell phone, and he would sit like there's such a peace, because I understood later, he just had so much faith and trust in God's ability to bring him through any situation. So we're sitting there, and we're leaving London. We're in London airport. Y'all remember that? And we get ready to leave. We did a tour overseas, and we leave in London. And we had to, we get ready to get our tickets, and we're happy about being there, but we're ready to go home. So everybody was present except for one person. We look around, we said, we're missing somebody. Well, who are we missing? Guess who was missing? Johnifer Fashion. So at that time, he began to have health challenges. So he couldn't, I guess, run and move as quick as he wanted to, but he wasn't concerned about it. He made sure we got what we needed. So what we did was, flight was leaving in about 20 minutes. We ran through that airport looking for Johnifer, and lo and behold, who's sitting in the food court? Chilling. Like they don't have no place to go. And we're like, Johnifer, the flight is leaving in about 15 minutes, brother. So he took his time and pulled himself together. He said, well, seems as though we need to make our way to the gate. He's like, duh. We came back to get the juice, sir. So we calling security, listen, could y'all get one of them little buggies to take them? And it was crazy, but Johnifer was just like, he didn't worry about anything. And I just thank God for the faithful man that he was. Anything he committed to doing, he was a man of his word. He did it with all of his heart. And we just want to tell you, Johnifer, we know you're not here today, but you're in heaven. And we just want to tell you, thank you for the impartation in all of our lives. These people came from far and near just to be here today. And it's a testament to his faithfulness. We thank God for his sister, his mother, his family, his children, his father.